Your local election headquarters. This is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics again with Mayor Anthony Williams. Again, thank you for joining us. I want to talk to you about when you first were campaigning. You were talking about inclusion.
Yes.
Tell me the idea behind it.
You know, and not just inclusion, but diversity. And I made it a point to define diversity because I think it goes beyond gender. It goes beyond ethnicity. When I say diversity, I mean diversity of thought, opinion, and ideas. And I really wanted to be a part of a conversation that was more inclusive of all those who represent Abilene, Texas.
So there are two sides to that. There are people like you who are trying to do that, but there's also the public who also needs to engage.
Yes.
How do you do that?
So what we try to do is, you know, we have an evening city council meeting. All the meetings are televised. All the meetings are available online, and so we've really tried to make an effort to welcome people to City Hall, to be a part of the process. We even have an opportunity now, we have a open speaking opportunity where you can come as a citizen, tell us anything. And so I think a sincere effort has been made by council and administration to create an environment that foster a culture that will allow us to have those conversations that are needed, and trying to, if you will, encourage all those who may have felt in the past that they've not had a voice.
We're going to change topics abruptly here. Another thing that people are interested in is downtown.
Yes.
We have the downtown hotel.
Yes.
They're drawing a rendering of what
Yes.
it would look like
Yes.
just out of council chambers.
Yes.
Tell us where that stands. How important is that?
Well, it's very important. You know, 84% of the state's population is east of I-35. And so in West Texas, we have to be creative, we have to work with each other, and we have to be very deliberate in our plans. What the downtown represents is an opportunity to take advantage of the growing economy in Abilene, Texas. Abilene has a $6.7 billion economy.
Wow.
The private sector, and just get this, the private sector through the Development Corporation has been incentivized to invest over $100 million in the last 3.5 years. Unemployment is about 3.66%.
It's about as
So what the downtown represents is an additional opportunity to infuse our economy. I think, Victor, the most important thing, water, it's important in West Texas. Dyess Air Force Base, it's important. Streets are important. But the #1 goal that I have is growing our economy. Because I think when a man or a woman has a good paying job, that person has dignity. When that person has dignity, they can, and their family can, engage in ways they cannot do so without a good paying job. And part of the downtown conversation, like other parts of our economic development initiatives, provide an opportunity for families to have more dignity by having good paying jobs.
Which starts with education, and it seems like in the past few years, education has really, I mean, there's been a focus on that in the past. TSTC,
Yes.
all the stuff the high schools are doing.
Yes. In fact, I think, I was meeting with Steve Hickenbotham this morning about an opportunity sometime in July for representatives from the school district, the city, and others to sit down to make sure we're on the same page, that we are eliminating our blind spots, and that we are collectively working together to that end. Because what we're told by the private sector, that for them to be, for Abilene to be viable, not just for the investment, but later investments, we need to increase the inventory of employees. And so TSTC, the district working with TSTC, reaching out to the outlying communities, all a part of that conversation. And I think we owe it to all that we serve, elected officials, to be very, very deliberate and not just having those conversations, but doing our part to contribute towards that effort.
And Mayor, one of our last questions for you is, because we're running out of time, I'm looking down at the time right now, is so you were coming up here, you got stopped downstairs,
Yes.
obviously, and that must happen to you all the time. People want to hear from you, and when they see
Yes.
you, they stop you.
Yes.
What are you hearing during ththose conversations when you're walking down the road and somebody knows you as the mayor? What about this?
Well, of course, streets are always part of that conversation, almost always. But really, I think people are excited about what's happening. I think they feel that the council is doing a good job. We can always be better. I think that they're interested in being part of the conversation, which makes me hopeful of the ability for Abilene as a community to work together toward the common good of making Abilene a better place to live.
Perfect. Can't think of a better place to stop.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Mayor,
you.
for being on the show. All right, we'll be back on Big Country Politics.